Welcome to our first video on how to find a WAV. You are looking at 4 Volkswagen Caddies, and to all intents and purposes they all look very similar, apart from registrations and colour of course. What you're going to see here is how complex the insides of these vehicles become once you start to delve deeper, and how long that's going to take you to find that vehicle by scrolling through the internet. It's very hard work indeed, and we'd like to make it easier for you so you can get to your car faster. You've got enough on as it is. Now of course you're looking at the back of these vehicles, and you may see some slight differences along the bumper lines, but realistically you're not really learning any more than you already know about these vehicles. They are VW Caddies. So now let's look at the detail. What matters? The inside. One of the problems we have is trying to help people identify what's inside these vehicles and how it might work for them. In reality, it's very complicated, so what I thought I'd do is show you a few. This is a VW Caddy Maxi, so about 18 inches longer than the standard Caddy, and it allows for a number of conversions to be carried out on the vehicle. It has a fold flat ramp system, it's 5 standard seats plus a wheelchair user, and the wheelchair user is in the rear. Moving on to the next vehicle, this is what we call a driver transfer. Still a VW Caddy, but it's a slightly shorter wheelbase. The first thing you'll notice about this is how quite different it is from the last one we looked at. So the wheelchair user would independently enter this vehicle, lock their wheelchair down in the docking station there. The driver's seat would come back and turn, allowing the driver to transfer easier to the driver's seat and then move forward into the driving position. There are driver hand controls, etc., that can be added to a vehicle to help it make easier for the driver. This is the same. This is a VW Caddy Maxi, and it's the same vehicle physically as the first one, but as you'll see, it's quite different. Different ramp. You've got a longer lowered floor under here, so the wheelchair user can get further forward. However, it is still a 5-seat plus wheelchair user vehicle, and the wheelchair user is still a long way back, but it has a longer level floor. So helpful to many, not ideal for everyone. But then we're looking at something again completely different, and that is the VW Caddy, similar to the second vehicle you saw, but as you'll see, the suspension is lowering on this vehicle, which allows the ramp to be lower to the ground, less gradient, and it is a fully automated opening vehicle, which means that you are pressing a button to allow access to a wheelchair user. That's the ramp coming down. Now, this vehicle is actually what we call a wheelchair passenger up front WAV, wheelchair accessible vehicle. The seat is actually present in this vehicle, as you can see, but it unlocks at the bottom there, comes back out the vehicle, and then you've got space for the wheelchair user to come in and sit in the prime position right next to the driver. So there we have it, 4 vehicles, all basically the same from the outside, but quite different on the inside. It won't surprise you to know there are around 50 plus different conversions of this vehicle. We want to help you find a WAV.